AskReddit by Indianak 0 Nes. What's an important lesson you learned the hard way? Do not spend like there's no tomorrow. Tomorrow will come and it won't be pretty. I have far too many friends who are I could die tomorrow. YOLO. La 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 lottery ticket when it comes to money. I rented from an older woman who was still working 2 jobs in her late 70s. Man, that was eye-opening. And terrifying. Never have kids with someone you don't want in your life forever. Also ensure that they also want you in their life forever. Money doesn't exist until the deposit hits your bank account, and business promises mean nothing until legal documents are signed. I'd like to add that the strength of a legal document is dictated by one's willingness to sue. Learn when to stop drinking and call it a night. This one takes some unfortunate trial and error. If something feels wrong, it likely is. Or someone. Just trust your guts and be aware of red flags. Sometimes it helps to say, let me think about this for a few days and discuss it with someone else. Dental care is expensive. Never be lazy with oral hygiene. And dental problems are extremely painful. Not everyone has the same heart as you do. But this one barely works anyway. Not everyone is a good person. Some people actually want to see you fail. Stop oversharing. These nasty people will use it against you. My brain still can't comprehend someone being a dick for no reason. Don't let love blind your eyes. Red flags are real. Yup. And to that, no one is worth sacrificing your self-respect for. A falling knife has no handle. This was the first thing that was drilled into me when I started working at the butcher. If a knife falls, you get out of the way and let it fall. It's possible to make no wrong moves and still lose. That is not a weakness, that is life. Just because a person with authority tells you to do something, doesn't mean it's the right thing to do. I once had 2 border agents shouting mutually exclusive instructions at me while trying to re-enter the country. Anytime I did what one said, the other would yell and tell me to do the opposite. 1,000 is not a lot of money to have, but is a lot of money to owe. $100 is simultaneously a lot more than I thought it was as a kid, while also being a lot less than I thought it was as a kid. The quote is cliché for a reason, it's true. Your family doesn't always have your best interest at heart. Sometimes, family are just a bunch of bad people who are biologically related to you. Wear a helmet. It's an easy safety precaution you can take when rollerblading, biking, skateboarding, scootering, etc. And it can literally save your life. Went all through the 90s thinking helmets were lame. Fell while rollerblading in my 30s and got a subdural hematoma. I wasn't going fast, but the momentum from how I fell just slammed my head into concrete. Helmets save livers. Also use the seatbelt. Stand up for yourself. If you get in the habit of letting people walk all over you, it'll be extremely difficult to reverse. Even if you're not confident, just fake it till you make it. It was shamed and punished out of me as a child, and it is so hard to relearn it now. Sometimes bad things happen to good people. Shit happens and it doesn't really need to have a reason. Sometimes you will be the bad guy, and sometimes you will be the good guy. It happens. I always expected that bad things could happen to me, but things happening that made others see me in a bad light against my intentions is something that really caught me off guard. I always try to be good, so when I for some reason is seen as bad, that is a very off-putting feeling. Suddenly I am a minor negative side character in someone else's story. You just gotta remember that you meant well. Everyone makes mistakes. And it could be a cultural difference or misunderstanding. They probably don't see it or remember it as bad as it feels for yourself. True love. Love that isn't confusing, judgmental, suffocating, or comes with a price isn't easy to find, so if you catch it, hold on to it. That's why you love yourself first. So that you can love someone else for who they are and not what they are. You are not your emotions. You are an awareness who observes them. I usually don't comment a lot, but this sounds profound. Could you please elaborate or provide more similar lines of thought quotes? Just because you're kind doesn't mean other people will also be kind to you. I'd also add, no matter what you do, there will always be some people who take a dislike to you, and it can be for the stupidest reasons. Not everyone will like you, and that's totally fine. Don't tell people if you have money. Save money. Don't gamble. Statistically, the change machine pays off better than the slot machine. You can't use logical arguments to change the minds of those who don't value logic. Totally true. I've heard this said as, you can't reason someone out of a position they didn't reason themselves into. Being the smartest person in the room isn't always a good thing. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. The pull-out method works until it doesn't. People who use this method have a name. Parents. Loyalty to a company does not pay. The day after you die, the company will be advertising your job. Don't betray someone you really care about. Not everyone deserves your niceness. Additionally, not everyone deserves your meanness just because you're pissed off that one person or group of people disappointed you. Back up your data. Life is unfair. Some people get it all and some get none. Making jokes about my trauma makes my trauma easier for me to deal with. Making jokes about the trauma of others is fucked up and not my place. Stephen First, https://static.independent.co/s3fs-public/thumbnails/image/stephen-first-animal-house.jpg close bracket had a quote, something like, I always made the fat joke first, so nobody else could, and hurt me with it. I don't need validation from others. No you don't, but you're getting it from me anyway, damn it. Don't marry someone with mental illness that refuses treatment. Or don't marry someone who doesn't let you seek treatment for your mental illness. My last boyfriend knew I had mental health issues but opposed me taking meds. I was an explosive nutcase. I ended kicking him out, found a new love, who's now my husband, and got help. I'm a much calmer person now. That family doesn't automatically mean support, love, empathy. Using substances to cope is actually the opposite of coping, and the only thing you can be sure of is the eventuality of everything blowing up in your face. 139 days sober. 298 days in 3 different states since I left my addiction behind. It gets easier every single day. My entire life came crashing down in a viciously quick fashion 298 days ago, and I'm the happiest I've been in a decade. Congratulations on 139 days. I love that for you. Nobody is coming to save you. Get off the ground. This is the scariest advice of all. Love without respect is worthless. Don't ignore red flags. Don't be afraid to get help for dealing with an abusive partner. Don't be afraid to walk away. I cut and seeded a ton of jalapenos because my mom stuffs them with cream cheese and wraps them in bacon. Yum. So I know you never touch your eyes afterwards. So my mom was using the sink, so I went to the bathroom and my brain was like, you need to pee, so I peed and washed my hands. Maybe 10 minutes later it felt like the skin of my penis was on fire. I stood in the bathroom with water and even used milk, lol. Good times. I did this after chopping about 40 habaneros for my sister. She told me to wear gloves and I'm stupid, so I didn't. I washed my hands with soap and then went to the bathroom. Instant burning. I thought I got something on me, so I tried wiping it off, feeling for anything while visually inspecting before it clicked in my mind. It hurt for about 30 minutes. If someone told you their secret, don't tell anyone. Also, choose wisely who you tell your secrets to. There's always other jobs out there. Don't stay in a shitty one just cause you think no one else would hire you. The same goes for relationships. That you can't take anything for granted in your life. At some point, everything can be taken from you in a second. When people show you their true colors, believe them. A friend of mine betrayed me and I forgave, believing it was not on purpose. Then he did something worse and I learned my lesson. It's very easy to apologize, but very hard to stop being shit. The problem was the alcohol. 6 years sober. This was mine too. And if you ever think you're at rock bottom, there's always a basement. Don't answer the cops, get a lawyer. Yep. Admit nothing. Ever. This is why they ask you, do you know why I pulled you over? Love somebody that is single and emotionally available. You don't let your boyfriend of 3 months move in with you. Bro immediately quit his job, became a possessive, abusive prick, and refused to work for the entire 2 years we were together. Follow up lesson: don't agree to be his girlfriend just because he won't take no for an answer. You can't help someone who doesn't want to be helped. Life isn't going to be fair or balanced. Shitty people don't change, no matter what you do. They need to change from within. Be careful of what you tell people. Be vulnerable with only people you can implicitly trust. Take your meds,